Hey everybody, this is Vinyl Keith coming at you with another video. My beard always looks like it's leaning like to one side. That's why I do this a lot on camera. Oh well. Anyway, coming at you with another video. If you remember during Black Sabbath weekend, I talked about not having one album. I've got all the Black Sabbath stuff, okay? But there was a time period in the 2000s where Black Sabbath couldn't use the name, okay, without Ozzy being in the band. Ronnie James Dio came back to the band for like the third time in 2006, I think, 2007, and became the singer of the band. But in 2005, Sharon and Ozzy had filed a lawsuit against Black Sabbath, the entity of Black Sabbath, I guess, or maybe it was Tony Iommi, saying that he couldn't use the name Black Sabbath unless Ozzy was in the band. And he won that lawsuit, which I don't agree with, because Ozzy was kicked out of the band in 1979 for being unreliable. I love Ozzy just like everybody else. Rest in peace, Ozzy. But man, if you get kicked out of the band, 20 years before this, and think you have say over the band, I don't agree with that. But anyway, that's what happened. And when Ronnie rejoined the band, they had to use the name Heaven and Hell. Okay? I talked about this during Black Sabbath weekend that I did. I pre-ordered the box set of Heaven and Hell. It holds all the recordings. Okay, it's a 7 LP set. It includes the only studio album they did during this time under the name Heaven and Hell. The studio album was called The Devil You Know. And then there's 2 live shows that were like released on CD and stuff. I don't think they were on vinyl at the time. 2 live shows. One at Wacken somewhere in Europe, and Radio City Music Hall maybe. I'll be able to tell you when I get this out. But anyway, yeah, that's what this is. Just got it. Just got home from work, ready to open it up. So I thought I'd share it with you guys. Okay. Now all I did was pull this strip. I don't want to look like a doofus and struggle with a package while on camera, So I did that part first, just in case I had trouble. So it opened right up, no problem. So I started the video. So, see, that's all I'm talking about. That little strip there is missing. That's what I did off camera. Now, here it is. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Heaven and Hell box set. It's huge. Look at this. Isn't that badass? What do they call it? Heaven and Hell, Breaking Out of Heaven, 2007 to 2009. That's what it says on the side. So the name of the box set is Breaking Out of Heaven. That's what they show there too. Breaking Out of Heaven, 2007 to 2009. Now there's the hype sticker. I'll read to you. Heaven and Hell, Breaking Out of Heaven, 2007 to 2009. 7 LP Super Deluxe Edition, featuring The Devil You Know, including 3 bonus tracks. Those 3 bonus tracks came from an album called The Dio Years, Black Sabbath, The Dio Years, because he was in the band a couple times before this time I'm talking about with Heaven and Hell, and they had released other albums, but they were under the Black Sabbath moniker. So, The Devil You Know. So what happened was they released an album called The Dio Years, and they had 3 tracks, like brand new tracks they had written and recorded. to add to that collection. It had songs off the album Heaven and Hell from 1980, had songs off the Mob Rules from 1981, and from Dehumanizer in 1993, I believe, when that was released. Yeah. So they had released a CD when it was announced Heaven and Hell was getting back together. You know. Well, not back together, but you know what I mean. They had to start using that name. Once they got back together, they had released that CD because they were touring. Okay? And has those 3 bonus tracks. Well, if they went ahead and put those 3 bonus tracks off that compilation onto the side 4 of Devil You Know. So now we don't have to have an etched side 4. It's great. I don't like that stuff. So you got the 3 bonus tracks on the Devil You Know. And then you have Live from Radio City Music Hall. The first concert on vinyl. The full concert on vinyl for the first time. Neon Nights, 30 Years of Heaven and Hell, live at Wacken. That's the other concert I was talking about. Comes with a 40-page book with photos, artwork, and liner notes, replica concert book, and the Devil You Know poster. So, these are the 3 albums it comes with. If you see right here, that's the Devil You Know. And I never liked that cover. It's got like some kind of satanic devil on it or something. There's Radio City Music Hall, and that's Live at Wacken. Heaven and Hell, 30 Years, whatever. Live at Wacken. So there's 7 LPs altogether throughout all this. It's so pretty, I almost don't want to open it. Isn't that neat? I love that. I love that logo, don't you? And there's the hype sticker. Try to get you a good view of that. Right there. Isn't that cool? You want to pause it, read it yourself, even though I read it to you. There you go. But yeah. I guess the next thing to do is to open it up and look at the contents. I don't really want to poke my scissors through anything, so I'm just going to try to, there, yeah. There's a sturdy box too. All the Black Sabbath box sets I have are like this. Heavy duty boxes, they're beautiful. They do a great job on these box sets. Very nice. So I'm trying to get the plastic off real quick. There you go. And as all the box sets do, comes with like an insert. Even though it says it on the back, that's printed on the bottom of the box right there. They always put an insert with the same thing. See that? They do it on all of them though. I just end up putting it inside the box at the bottom of it. So, all right. Let's check this out. I'll end up putting the hype sticker probably on the inside of the box here somewhere. See that? Pretty sturdy. And here, there's a lot of stuff in here. Oh my God. Oh. Alright. I just got the box out of the way. Here's the book. And, you know, it comes with all kinds of stuff. Oh, look at that. That's the picture from the cover of the album Heaven and Hell from 1980. Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell. One of my favorite albums from them. That was actually the second album I ever got from Black Sabbath. This is pretty cool. There's the guys in the band. Geezer, Vinny, Ronnie, and Tony. Okay, that's the book. I guess this is like a tour book. There's the back of it. Nice concert shot of the boys. I'm going to try to show you some of this. Mostly right up. There's Geezer. What a badass bass player. Geezer Butler. There's Ronnie, rest in peace. In case you don't know, he died in 2010 of stomach cancer. Big loss in the world of heavy metal and Black Sabbath. I always liked him in the band. Oh, I didn't realize it was like that. Oh, wow, look at this. Okay. This is just a tour book. Look at all these damn pictures. There's so many they had a fold-out page. There's Tony Iommi, the riff master. In my eyes, he's the true owner of the Black Sabbath name. He's the only original member to stay in the band the whole time. Never left them. Vinny Appice. Hitting them skins, baby. That's kind of like a somewhat of what the cover of Mob Rules looked like back in the day. Credits. Got a big ass poster. I guess I'll show you. I'll stand up. See, here's the only thing. I don't like that devil guy. Because it's kind of, you know, trying not to be so satanic. But, can't help it. I love Black Sabbath. They're the ones that chose to do this, not me. And here's the album. The Devil You Know I was talking about. See that picture? Same as the poster. This is why I don't like the cover that well. Makes me think I'm like listening to satanic shit. Here's the gatefold. All the lyrics. Pretty sweet. I don't think it's colored vinyl. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's not. No, it's just black. I'll show you one of them. You can see it. I think that's side 1. Yeah. Side 2. Whoa. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I've been waiting a month and a half for this to arrive. Finally got it. And then there's another record in this. Devil You Know. Okay. Here's the monster. This is the 3 records live set. Radio City Music Hall. It's 3 records. Isn't that cool? There's the... I don't know if you can see the track list close enough. I'll do it this way. If you want to pause and read it, go ahead. And there's the other ones. Yep, 3 albums. I guess I'll show you how this opens up. There's Geezer. Couple of good band shots. Look at that. How's it looking here? Ronnie right in the middle. R.I.P. And there's Tony. This is really nice. Yeah, 3 LPs in that one. Let me show you a different label, so I'll show one to you. Side one. And this is the Radio City Music Hall show. The 3 LP set. Great tracks on here, man. The starts off with E5150, then After All, The Mob Rules, Children of the Sea, Lady Evil, I, The Sign of the Southern Cross, Voodoo, The Devil Cried, Computer God, Falling Off the Edge of the World, Shadow of the Wind, Die Young, Heaven and Hell, Lonely is the Word, and Neon Nights. Now, if you're a fan of any of the Dio era stuff from Black Sabbath, you know a lot of them songs. They wrote some great music together. And now we've got Ozzy just passed away last year, so that's the end of Black Sabbath. We're not going to. They're ceasing to exist. But I think they're going to probably release archival stuff, is what I'm thinking. And here is Live at the Wacken, which is a big venue somewhere in Europe, okay? I don't know exactly where. I don't know if it's Germany, because I've watched shows of other bands do sets at the Wacken. It's a big rock metal festival they hold every year over there. Sometimes it's during the concerts. You can see like Ferris wheels going like a mile in the distance, you know, and all you see is a wall of people up from the stage all the way back to that. I've seen that on YouTube. It's like that is one crazy festival, man, over there. I think it's in Germany, but I don't know exactly. Maybe I'll have to get back with you on that in another video, and I'll try to find that out where Wacken is. It might say it somewhere in here, but I don't want to keep you waiting while I search for it. But yeah, anyway, sorry. There's that. There's the back with all the track lists. I don't know, did I show you this? And let's see, I guess I'll show you one of the records. This is a 2-record set. I'll show you one of the records in this. Really cool. All the vinyl heavyweight, feels like 180 gram. They look fantastic. They look like beautiful pressing. I can't wait to hear this stuff. But yeah, there you go. The Heaven and Hell box set. I've been waiting patiently on. Yeah, there you go. Comment on if you ever knew anything about Heaven and Hell, or you know, what do you think about Black Sabbath? I've done a video now on everything I have on Black Sabbath. That includes the Heaven and Hell box set. I consider that Black Sabbath. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. It's Black Sabbath. I don't like change. Shoot me. But yeah, leave comments about your love or for Black Sabbath, if you have any, and you know, because you know, once Ozzy died last year, we lost Ronnie a while back in 2010. I mean, it's pretty much over. The only singer left alive from Black Sabbath, I think, is Ian Gillan, who did one album with them, Born Again, back in 1983. But he's been in Deep Purple ever since, and that's his band, Deep Purple. A guy named Tony Martin, who did 4 or 5 albums with Sabbath during their down years in the 90s, late 80s and early 90s. That's the only ones left alive. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. It looks like a really cool box set. They have it out on CD too, so if you ever want to grab a copy, order from Rhino, Amazon, whatever. I got mine from Rhino. That's where it was manufactured, Rhino Records. All right, until next time.